Welcome to the next installment of Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion Week, where today we're looking at the Xyz monster number 56, Gold Rat. I'm just gonna go out and say it. This card is bad. I'll explain why. It is a Beast type light attribute monster, which already is interesting because you don't see Beast light that often. It has 500 attack, 600 defense, and it is a rank 1 monster. It requires 3 of any level 1 monsters to be able to Xyz summon it. Rank 1 monsters don't necessarily have great stats. Level 1 monsters don't either. I believe the best one you have is it Shimoji Soldier 2000 defense, I think? I'm not sure, I don't remember too many of them. Yeah, Gold Rat, stats wise 500, 600, not that great. There's a few that are higher. There's also quite a few that have better effects. It also requires 3 level 1 monsters, and I suppose if we use 2 level 1 monsters, then it would see a bit more use. Because 3 could be difficult. There are ways to get like multiple 3 like level 1s on the field, but I feel it'll have a bit more use in if in rank 1 decks at all. Like, those aren't common, but it'd have a bit more use if it would be 2 level 1s, but it's still not very good. The effect allows you to once per turn detach 1 Xyz material from the card, that's all the cost, draw 1 card, then shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck. Good thing about it is that you don't discard it, so if you only have good cards in your hand, then you could shuffle something away and then you could draw into it again later. What it doesn't allow you to do, let's say you're running some cards that activate in the graveyard like Dandelion, you can't discard that to have that be activated because, well, you're not sending anything to the graveyard. A good thing about the effect is that you draw first and then shuffle back, as opposed to like get rid of 1 card first and then draw, because maybe your draw is like worse than anything you have in your hand. Another way you could use this effect is if you have Rank Up Magic, the 7th one in your deck, and it's in your opening hand, then you could summon this and shuffle it back into the deck. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't put it on top of the deck; it just shuffles in, so you don't know when you'll draw into it, if at all. So, in that sense, it's not that helpful, but you could do it. Ways to summon this card would be, well, multiple level 1s, obviously. A Revolt is a way if you happen to get its effect off and get all 3 Revolts on the field. Quite situational, but it is a possibility. Maybe you negated an attack with Battle Fader during the previous turn, and then you have a Treeborn Frog, and then you normal summon a level 1. Maybe you have a monster left over from the previous turn, like 1 level 1 monster, and you go Kinka-Byo into something else. Kinka-Byo generally in rank 1 decks, I would say, is useful. Because it pretty much always means if you have Kinka-Byo, you get a second one. The downside of Kinka-Byo then would be you pretty much have to Xyz with it, because otherwise, and you have to have something in the graveyard for it as well. Because otherwise it's going to go back to the hand and you have an empty field, and that's not very nice. So the opponent can direct attack you. Kinka-Byo does make for 2 materials with the other monster that it summons. This card, that doesn't have great effect. I can also talk about number 10 Illuminite, which I feel for the effect isn't great for 3 materials. It also needs 3 level 4 monsters, and I think it would see some use maybe with 2, but no. It needs 3. This is not good enough stats in effect for 3 materials. It could do it 2 and it'd still not be overpowered at all. A better rank 1 option, like as I named Shimoji Soldier, which I suppose is better because it's a lot better than Gold Rat. I feel one of my favorite, if not my favorite rank 1, is number 54 Lionheart. Yes, lower stats, 100-100. Also 3 level 1 monsters. But its effect can be very strong and hard to deal with. It just depends on the opponent's cards, and if they have something to negate Lionheart, then Lionheart's gone, like Fiendish Chain Breakthrough. But I do want to still build a deck around Lionheart, like Lionheart being the main thing that I summon a lot. I do want to still make that. I used that on Duel Arena a little while ago, and it was fun, that deck. But yeah, Gold Rat, not very good. Probably, it's a number monster that was seen in the anime but not really used that much. It was one of the first ones that you saw Kaito get. Like before, I believe the second time he met Yuma, I think. and then there's like the top floor shopping mall. This guy was with the Bandit, so like the gold, like sort of with Bandit, like works together, and it's sort of weak because it's not an important number. Like it's not really a strong effect, not really a strong monster because not important to the plot. It was just we have a Bandit, we need to give him a number. Let's just give him this one. If he would be more important to the plot and we'd see an entire duel with this thing, it'd have a better effect, I guess. Although not all like numbers that we're seeing in the anime had great effects. Just like number 7 Lucky Straight was just really, really lucky, which made him good. But otherwise, it's not very strong at all. Same for Gold Rat. It's just not very strong. Let's take a look at tips and trivia, see if we can see anything interesting there. Tips, Career Vault, yep. Photon Veil, add 3 Wanapon. I guess. Kinka-Byo, then Special Summon Turbo Booster. If normal summon wants this turn, you can first summon what's got from your hand. I guess that could be used in a level 1 deck. I didn't think of that yet. Oh, there's Galaxy Queen, yeah. Where Arthau is a nice card to have in a level 1 deck. You can get rid of Wolf, Lightstorm Beast or other dead cards in your hand. Malefic decks, yeah, to get rid of main deck cards like Rainbow and Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. Because the Malefic ones, no, the regular ones need to stay in the deck. So you can, same for Assault modes, Feather of the Phoenix, draw the card, those are returned at the top of your deck by its effect. Doesn't this shuffle? I thought this shuffled. Shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck, so Feather of the Phoenix one doesn't apply, because that's only if you put it on the top. This is put it on top and shuffle. And this body hard to what number to protect the card from being destroyed. Okay. Exodia deck, you can easily draw Exodia part with this card's effect. But that means you first have to set up 3 monsters, 3 level 1 monsters of that, and Exodia doesn't generally use a lot of level 1 monsters except the hands and the feet. Like the hands and the arms and the legs, so I don't really see that happening. And then you still get rid of a card. Sure, it's back into the deck, but I'd prefer to use Illuminite for that. Like, if there's level 4s and I have an Exodia deck, I have Illuminite in there, not that I summon it a lot. Mech Lord cards, I don't know much about Mech Lord, but I suppose. Dawn of Magician by Xyz evolutioning this card, not detached any Dawn of Magician. Huh, let's see it. During Memphis 2, you can also see some of this card rank 3 or lower. Oh, I thought it was 2 or 3, just 3. That is interesting. This card is good to remember for that rank 1 deck that I was talking about with Lionheart. This thing can just be summoned over everything. Almost everything, that is. Let's see, trivia. Gold, lot of money. Demanding a lot of money. You're the Rat, wealth. I did not know that, but okay. First beast type Xyz, first beast type number. That is very well possible because it wasn't like episode 10, 11 around there that it appeared. Armor plating says mounts back at gold bars, referencing the first part of this card's name, Gold Rat. Yeah, that's Gold Rat. It's not very useful, but let's see if you can find any use for that. Can you figure out anything that you would use this card in? You would be like, I don't have this card in my extra deck just to fill an extra spot because I have the spot anyway. But can you find a real use for number 56 Gold Rat? If so, let me know in the comments. I will see you all in the next video, the Yu-Gi-Oh video tomorrow. Goodbye.